Kegs in the 18th century were a very common item, something like we would consider a cardboard box today. At Jas Townsend and Son, we have several different styles and sizes of oak kegs. These kegs are made from white oak here in the United States. They have simple galvanized barrel bands, and they're coated with plain paraffin on the inside to make them watertight. We have several different sizes. We've got a 2-gallon size, a 5-gallon size, a much larger 10-gallon size, and we also have a different style in that we have a 5-gallon keg that has a hinged lid for using different types of items in here. You can have store grains or dry goods in here. It's also good for water if you want to dip it out in larger, faster quantities. The other kegs are made to use with a spigot. We do carry spigots. If you get a spigot from us, you can ask us to drill the end hole. Otherwise, we leave that end hole drilled because we're not sure what size spigot you might have. The hinge lid kegs are already finished with a coating on the outside to protect them from the elements. These kegs have not been finished yet, and if you want your keg to last a good long time and you want it to look good, because if you leave these out in the weather, they will rust and discolor the keg, and it will start to look bad very rapidly. To make your keg last a long time, you want to make sure that these kegs get a good finish coat on them. This keg's been painted nice black paint. You can just mask your wood off with masking tape, and then paint up the bands in a nice black paint, just like a period barrel would have looked. And then you can strip off that masking and do something like a good linseed oil, which is very simple, very good period finish on these things. Still makes them look nice and rustic, but they will really look good over time and make your keg last a lot longer. Since it's a fairly hefty investment, you want these things to last as long as possible. We get a lot of questions about what to do in the wintertime with your keg. You want to make sure it's finished so that the wood doesn't expand and contract. And you also want to make sure it's dry on the inside and that you've got all the holes covered up. If you keep it in a place maybe out of the weather, it probably wouldn't be good for it to freeze and thaw. So if you got it maybe in your basement or in a garage where it's not going to get too cold, that will make these last the best so that when you come to it the next season, it's ready to use.